This is continuation of existing video, C Sharp CRUD operation with SQL. So in earlier video, we have learned that how to perform create, update, delete, and the retrieval of data. So what we have done, we have created functions and we have called that function on the button. But we have write inline queries. So we have written the plain query inside the C Sharp. Now to enhance this, we can perform all the operation via using store procedure, and we can minimize the code as well. So first we have to write the store procedure. So we have used this table where we have the data. So to learn how to create store procedure, you can watch my SQL playlist video how to create procedure and perform the insert, update, and delete based on store procedure values. We'll give the unique name, create procedure as and. So this is our basic syntax. Post create procedure and procedure name. We need to pass the parameters. So these are our parameters which we already used. So we have empid as varchar, mpf name, l name, department, address, city. We all have this field as a varchar. Only the pin code having as a big int. So we are putting one more parameter which is we called as a mode. So whatever input we are passing over here, based on that our procedure will execute. Likewise, if I pass if at mode equal to save, if from C sharp if I'm passing save while using this procedure, then it will execute this block. We already have this syntax. Similarly, so every if syntax start and end with begin and end. So if you want to learn how to create store procedure, then you can watch my SQL playlist video how to create store procedure. Moving to next, if my condition is update, we already written this statement. If we are delete, then we are going to copy this delete statement. For display the data, so our syntax is completed for store procedure. Now time to create this procedure. Select and execute. As you can see, plus symbol is missing. My store procedure has been completed. So how to use this store procedure? So likewise, we have done this save data. So we are going to pass this procedure name. So we are going to comment this part. Str equal to my procedure name. And we need to open one more property, cmd dot command type equal to command type dot store procedure. So this property tell command object that this syntax coming as a store procedure, and these are the parameter. Based on this, it has to execute the store procedure. So as we have also mentioned, likewise we can create a generic function for this rather than using existing. So we are going to comment this complete code. So we are keeping under region so we can easily format this code. We can also comment this existing written code. And we create one parameter which is we call as a mode. d dot copy paste this one. So we are creating SQL data adapter. So to execute all kind of code operation and return the output, we required SQL adapter because we have to return dataset as well. So now our code almost ready. Now we have to return dataset type. So we create a function with return type as a dataset. Post executing, we are returning this dataset. So this will use only when we are that going to display data. Or we can also use, so we'll alter the table store procedure later. So let's test the same. So while save, we have to call this function, this dot fncard. Then whatever mode I have passed in SQL, for save I have to pass this save. Then your refresh control, and then your display. For display data, we have passed as a display. So we can test now. So as you can see, it has the data type, return type as a data set. So whatever value is there, so we can get the data set from that operation as well. So we are getting one data set. So if any value returned from the display, it will return the data set as well. So let's test. and check the error list. Okay, noticed one more error is there. Connection is open. So when we're going to add some value, likewise I'm just adding emp id 6. So as here I have not passed this mode parameter, I have to pass this mode parameter, then it will run. We can start from here. As you can see, it inserted the Rita value inside the database. So post uh, saving, we need to display the data as well. As you can see over here, we have one function, display data. So we can use this one. We can keep this as commented. We can use we can create the function void fn underscore refresh display data. dgv dot data source equal to, as you can see, I have just passed this procedure. Similar to this, You can pass for delete, display data, and then for update. So we can minimize this much of code if we are using the stop procedure. Let's execute the code. As you can see, now we are adding some new value, and then we are going to save. As you can see, it's perfectly saved while using the stop procedure. So now we are going to perform this update operation on this using stop procedure. As you can see, I have mentioned that sales as a department. If I mark as a HR and update, then it's updated with the HR. And if I want to delete this Maria record from this grid, then it will delete the Rita record. So now we are going to delete Peter record as well. As you can see, now we are going to search. Now we are going to search records based on the EMP ID. So as I mentioned, the EMP ID as a search criteria from this text box. So when I pass 3 and hit on search, it's not going to search the record because when we are going to display the data, it's clearing all the fields. If I'm trying to search the data based on this ID, as you can see, what we are passing display. Under display, you can see what we are passing EMP ID, and what is we are passing. It's very easy to find because we have only one method where you can see the all the values. You put breakpoint over here, put 3 here, and search is 3. Mode is display. As you can see, okay. Now I can see debug what is the value coming to this ds not equal to null and getting entry. So additionally we have written at two places. My mistake. So under refresh control we already defined this value. As you can see, let's run this command again, then it will display all. Once I pass any of the value and search, it will search that value. So let's so now try to search 7. It will search 7. Now try to search 2. It search 2. Try to search all. It will search all. So this is the basic benefit when we are using store procedure. Your code going to be minimized. So only this much that database part you have to write and one store procedure. Based on that, it will perform the operation based on your input. So whatever input you are passing, if you are passing save, then it will save the data. When you are passing display, it will display the data, and when you are passing update, it will update the data. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe the channel if you like the video.